my name's Tori, and for those of you who don't know me, this is my Wizard of Oz collection vlog. How are you? I know things have been so crazy around here because we are count them, 2 months away from our big day, and I cannot believe it. I'm standing here in my apartment, and my bridal shower was a couple of weeks ago, and we just have boxes everywhere still. Things are really starting to get pretty crowded around here. If you like coffee, this is for you. That thing is fantastic. I wanted to go ahead and give a shout out to my Auntie Ruth, who sent me these wonderful Wizard of Oz magnets to help decorate my apartment with. You say wicked like it's a bad thing. So there's hints of Oz everywhere in our house, including this beautiful ruby slipper apron that our cousin Martina got us. This was one of my shower gifts. I love it, and I've actually cooked with it on. I was very brave when I did that because I'm really afraid of ruining it. But anyway, hi! So what's new? I want to give a shout out to Logan from Tennessee. Hi Logan! I promised I'd give him a shout out. Thanks so much for watching. And yeah, so we've moved a couple of shelves in so far of Wizard of Oz stuff. Some new stuff on here that I'll show you in a minute. But so far we only have 2 full shelves. I have more shelving units coming, and also I was supposed to use this shelving unit for Wizard of Oz stuff. But as you can see, we had more kitchen stuff than we had kitchen cabinets because our kitchen's really tiny. This is like a little corner kitchen. Really fantastic and really fun to be in, but really tiny. So we've had to use the shelving unit for utensils and the like. And our cool nifty red toaster. I didn't even know they made red toasters. Anyway, moving on. So yeah, we're really coming along. I wanted to show you some of the new things I've gotten. Number one, and fans are going to hate me for this, but Vito went ahead and bought me The Witches of Oz on DVD for my good grades last semester. Who's got a 3.7 GPA? This lady. And I really tried very hard to like it. But here's the problem. I still haven't seen Dorothy and the Witches of Oz, which is the shortened version of this. And guys, this is about an hour too long. And some of the storylines just jump in. Spoiler alert, spoiler alert. Shut it off now if you don't want to hear this. The Gnome King plot. And that whole fight with the Tin Man, that whole subplot. Really not explained and not necessary. And the fact that hardcore Oz fans will get most of the little nuances here and there, like the fact that Nick is actually Nick Chopper, the human manifestation of the Tin Man, rather than supposing, you know, to turn into a Tin Man at the end. And that I really liked. All of that was fantastic. The fact that her friends all along. Got it. Great. Fantastic. Unfortunately, it was just so long, and it was repetitive in parts, and it was really hard, and I tried so hard to love it this time. I am glad that I have it, and I think that the newer version, which is shortened, is something that I'd really like to see because this concept is really solid and fantastic. So I've still got high hopes for this project, and I heard they're working on a sequel, and I'm really stoked to see how that turns out. Moving right along, you guys know what huge comic book fan I am, and we've got a few. And the first one I want to talk about is the classic movie comic book that came out in the early 90s. I believe 1992 is the copyright date on this, and it was to honor the 50th anniversary. And it's absolutely stunning, although in terms of being true to the source material, I really do prefer the Marvel comics that came out in the 70s, which I have, and that I've shown in previous editions of this show. But it's really something to look at because the artwork is beautiful and really does justice, although, I mean, it's pretty much word for word exactly what you expect it to be. And it's really a nice collector's item. This is in like new or mint condition. I would say closer to like new. And I've been trying to find, because it's an odd shape for a comic book, I've been trying to find a cover large enough for it at local comic book shops, and so far have been unsuccessful. But I really do like it. I was very excited to get it in the mail. Vito and I washed our hands before we touched it because it's a really hard find. The guy at the comic book shop, like, his jaw hit the floor when he saw it because he hadn't seen one in so long. But yeah, I really like it, and it's really beautiful. And if you can get your hands on one, they're amazing collector's items because they came out in such a limited number, and because, you know, they're old and kids don't take care of stuff, you know, they're harder to come by. So I would suggest, if you can get your hands on one, to do that ASAP. And I've also gotten the second and third issues of the Dorothy of Oz prequel comics. So excited for this movie. Can't even tell you how excited. Between this and the recent stuff coming out for The Great and Powerful, which, by the way, you'll be able to see a preview online, and I know somebody posted it in Wizard of Oz Collectors United, so please go check that out because I'm getting really stoked. And I heard that the first trailer for that film is due to drop tomorrow, so can't wait to see that. But these comic books basically just set up the story. And I don't know if you guys want me to go through them. You know, give me a comment if you want me to go through them. I'd be happy to do that. But basically, you see Dorothy or not Dorothy, Scarecrow, Tin Man, and Lion. Dorothy's not in the story yet. This is, like I said, prequel. And they're going through and basically explaining what's going on in the Land of Oz because, as I understand it, it's going to start from Dorothy's perspective. So this is kind of setting us up. Now, I saw someone say that, you know, this is a marketing thing, and yes, it absolutely is, but it feels so geared towards hardcore fans and collectors because, I mean, let's face it, the comic book industry is not something that's flourishing. Comic book shops, you know, are few and far between, and some of them are not stocked very well. I know places that get, you know, their issues months later after they come out. Like, they're hard to come by. And I think that it's just so neat that they're putting out these little things for us, you know, things that 20 years down the line may not be so easy to find, just like those classic movie comics. You know, they may be on shelves now, but you just wait. These things that are ruined easily are the things that will be the most desirable 20 years from now. So I'm so thrilled for Dorothy of Oz. I can't even tell you. And even The Great and Powerful, which I wasn't too happy about at first, is starting to get me really super excited. So 2013 is going to be a huge year for us Oz collectors and fans, and I couldn't be happier. I couldn't be happier. Thank goodness. Sorry, I'm done now. Yeah, so guys, I'm so excited. My wedding's in 2 months. My ruby slippers are in. My gown is in. Our invitations went out today. Our Wizard of Oz invitations. You know, life is really coming together, and very soon we will have more Oz artwork on the walls, and more of the collection will be moved to the apartment instead of our 2 little sad shelves. And we'll maybe finish unpacking one day. Maybe. Maybe not. I don't know. So anyway, guys, make sure you give me a thumbs up and leave a comment if you want to see more, and feel free to ask questions and share how excited you are for all this upcoming excitedness. And guys, really, truly, I would love to hear what you guys are getting your hands on right now. I've been watching Wizard of Oz Collectors United. You guys are amazing. Anyway, I'll see you guys soon. Bye!